Hi everyone, I'm here with a quick spontaneous video to talk a little bit more about something that I wrote in my post from earlier this morning. Why do I really work with the past lives to the extent that I do when I do coaching with people, mentorship? It's become my thing to really work on integrating these soul aspects. What are soul aspects? They are your past lives, future lives, parallel lives. And when I tell people time doesn't exist, time is not linear. I've said this in many of my videos. This is what I mean. I made a little illustration. So when we think of past lives, we think of a lifetime in, I don't know, like the year 200, and then you have another lifetime in the year, I don't know, sometime later, 500. Then you have a bunch of like other lifetimes and their past lives, and we can learn from them. But what it actually is this: soul aspects. I wrote that as wrong because this is filming in mirrored reflection, so that's funny. Anyway, what you see is that what is closer to reality is that this is you, and all of your soul's experiences are basically happening at the same time, because time doesn't exist. Time is a thing that only exists in the 3D, that only exists in the first, second, third dimension. Beyond the third dimension, the fourth dimension is time, so it just does not exist. When you start entering the fifth dimension, which is what you are doing right now, you're actually tuning into timelessness, and you are starting to reach out to these other aspects of your soul in other incarnations, and you don't even realize it. And these aspects are reaching out to you as well, because what is actually happening is that you are over here. This is all that you are, all of your entire soul, your higher self, all of your experiences, and you're in a field somewhere with a bunch of flowers. All these flowers are blooming at the same time, but you cannot smell all these flowers at the same time. So you're gonna go walk over to this flower that is called 200 before Christ. You're gonna go there, then you're gonna go smell this flower over there, but this flower still exists, and it's still very much living and growing and breathing and whatever. Then you're gonna go to flower 1700 Victorian England or something, but this flower is blooming at the exact same time that this one is. Then you are here 2023, but all of these flowers are actually living, existing at the same time. So, of course, all of these parts are going to be communicating, and all of these parts are going to have experiences to share with you, are going to have their own specific gifts that they have cultivated in that lifetime. They're going to have their own blocks, trauma. For example, what is coming up for many people right now is the Atlantean trauma. So if you're wondering what makes my mentorship different than the mentorship of a lot of other coaches, it's that I was kind of thrown in this past life stuff in 2017. I have always been clairvoyant, and I used to do runestone readings for people in high school and stuff like that, and I did dabble in past life regression a little bit, but then I kind of stopped doing anything spiritual until after I had my first child. And then I started having a bunch of past life memories, started spontaneously traveling in the Akashic records, and my guides started explaining a whole bunch of concepts to me about the Akashic records, that all these lifetimes are happening simultaneously. This is stuff that more and more people are starting to talk about, but that you can take it even further, and you can communicate with these parts of your soul, and they can communicate back to you. And that this is all happening, this is all part of you. We have people like Bashar, I'm sure you've heard of Bashar, who is channeling another version of himself So yeah, he's basically, well, Bashar is the being, Daryl Anka is the person channeling, but Bashar is just an extraterrestrial aspect of his soul that is incarnated somewhere else that he is in contact with. You can do the same thing with your soul aspects and imagine the stuff that they can teach you, that they can basically, like a direct telephone line, they can give you all this information. You can learn how to work with these parts of yourself, and that is what I love doing the most when I work with people in mentorship. When I make the portraits for people, that is why I make these portraits, because there is so much recognition subconsciously in these portraits. And people often say, okay, what do I have to do now with this portrait? You don't have to do anything. You're just having it in your house, just having it, just looking at it, doing the meditation that comes with the portrait. That is going to open up this connection to this part of your soul, because stuff is happening. There's all kinds of stuff really going on right now. So you have to take care of yourself. And we're really being asked to step up to a new level. And I'm feeling that a lot of people are ready to really work with all of their soul. So if this is interesting to you, I invite you to go listen to some of my older podcasts that are on YouTube and Spotify, where I talk about past lives, the nature of linear time, not actually being there, being an illusion. How you can work with your past lives. I do explain it a little more in depth in a lot of my older videos. And if this speaks to you, if you feel like this may be something for you, then send me a message and we will see what we can do. And other than that, we are going live on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central European time. We will try to stay online as long as possible, as long as Instagram will allow it. We're gonna kind of do a combo free mentorship, just Instagram session for whoever wants to join, or if you are gonna watch it on replay, you can watch it and ask your questions afterwards, or it'll also be posted in the Facebook group. Anything else that I have to say? We're also going to talk a little bit about the magazine that is coming out on Friday, and I will be making a separate video as well about that, or a post, because there's just too much that I want to say about that, and I'm not going to be able to fit it in this short little video. But if you want to learn more about past lives and how you can actually live a better life now by knowing your past lives and actively working with the information, then please let me know, and I wish you a great rest of the day. Bye.